Hello everyone, this is Kai Rimdo here for another episode of my new series that I'm going to be doing called the Video Game Showcase, until of course I figure out a better name for it anyways. And last time's episode was about the classic, one of my all-time favorite games, the game that got me into gaming, and also one of the best video games ever made, Super Mario World. And this time is about another game I adored and I played a lot of. And it was on the first PlayStation, which everyone knows that when it comes to video game consoles, I support Sony and Nintendo. I do like Xbox, but not as much as I do with them. And I like PC gaming, but not as much. This game is Spyro 2. Riptos Rage, the sequel to Spyro the Dragon, made by Insomniac Games, the people that brought you Ratchet and Clank, and some other games. And pretty much this is a sequel. Spyro is a little bit older. He's taking a break from defeating evil. He's actually voiced by Tom Kenny, who voices SpongeBob. There's about a total of there's a lot of characters that were voiced by Tom Kenny in this game. And you start out. There's a cutscene of him bored and just sick of the rain, and he wants to go to Dragon Shores. Meanwhile, the professor is making this portal that will get a dragon. Ripto and his two minions come out. They start bothering him, and here comes Spyro. You start out in the first level, which is Glimmer, and which is pretty much the tutorial level. And it's a platformer. It's a collectible game, pretty much in the same vein as Super Mario 64. And you have mini games this time, and this time it's a little bit more harder to complete a level 100%, because sometimes now you need a certain technique. So this game does have backtracking, and it's not bad backtracking like in Glimmer. You can actually cheat. There's different ways you can cheat. You can do this one thing that you can see people do on YouTube, where you do the charge and you jump or something like that. But what I do is I get the Superfly machine going, and I fly in the cave and I stay along the left side of the wall, and then when I get to that part to where you start where you get the third and final orb, you flitter in the air or something like that. I forgot the name of it. And you land and you start the mission. You get that, you're pretty much done. That's the lesson that you have to worry about in that level. There are some problems I do have with this game. For instance, money bags. Now, in the first game you had these Dragon Egg Thieves that were equally annoying, but they didn't make you lose gems. This son of a bitch did for what he called a small feed. Yeah, right. Half of my gems is a small fee. No thank you. But guess what? You kind of have to get to progress in the game. Another problem I have is very stupid story idea, which is you have a character like Hunter, and then you have a character like the professor that will give you orb. My biggest problem with that, since they need the orbs, couldn't they keep them? And maybe Hunter could give it to the professor. But it's a game; it doesn't have to make sense. But there is that plot hole there. And pretty much this game is a bigger and better sequel. Spyro 1 had more of an open world concept with all of its world, and it still continues in this game. And like I said, this is my favorite Spyro game. I love all the worlds. I love the cutscenes because they're funny, especially the one in the what's it called? The ones that has the workers, and you have the idols wrecking shit, and then after you complete the level, it shows this cutscene. They're all barbecuing. They look. Here comes this idol walking up, and they did it in a very horror movie like way to where they don't show it, and then the freaking idol just pulls out his own hot dog and then just puts it on the freaking stick and starts barbecuing with them, and they're all smiling and happy. Spyro 2 is a classic game. It's another game that, like I said, it made me a gamer. I didn't play a lot of Spyro 1 because it was confusing to me. I don't know why. And I think it's because the open world concept in Spyro 1 was a lot more challenging in a way. Not so much challenging, but so much more bigger. And you had to look more wild in this game. They definitely learned from their mistakes is that you don't get lost in the open world. The hub world of Spyro 2, which I really like. There were two versions that came out. There were the first one that had the holographic manual, and then there was the greatest hits one, which was the one that my family had. This is my aunt's old copy that I actually bought from them at their garage sale, and so I love this game. Actually, I have it on my PSP. I have all three Star Wars games on my PSP. All three Spyro games on my PSP, and I have the first three Crashes and CTR, and I actually own all of the Crash games on PlayStation. I never did as a kid. I only owned the first four, and I never owned Crash Bash. So, yeah, I mean, this episode was a lot more shorter, because I'm not here to tell you about how this game is and any problems with it. I'm here to tell you my personal memories of this game. And I play this a lot with my mom and my sister. We share this one file. We all helped one another. And my mom actually got to... I think she actually got to the final boss. And I think she beat it. And it's a shame that Spyro, after, much of failure, after Insomniac left him behind, they had a reboot, which Spyro still looked the same, but it was more of an epic story. It wasn't so much of a platformer game. It was more of a beat 'em up game, and then you had Skylanders. That ain't Spyro, kids. This is Spyro. That's not Spyro. It's a weird imposter. It's a xenomorph transformed into Spyro. Yeah. But anyways, this is episode 2. Pretty short. I'm trying to go through memories of this game, and I actually remember getting it. I'm going to say this one quick thing, and then I'll end this video. Before the economy went to shit, my family always went out, and we always just, have fun, and we went, there would be some Saturdays to where, some Saturdays to where we would just go around and just go to garage sales and pick shit up. And there was one time that I think my dad was borrowing a truck, and I got a lot of shit from the garage sale. It was awesome. And when we got the PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 1, we went out and got games for it. Pretty fucking cool. And I'm actually playing through this right now. I beat the first Spyro. I'm gonna beat this. Will it take me a while? Yes, it will, but can't wait to beat it. And PlayStation came a long way, guys. Of course, they could really use a reboot of a classic of Spyro and bring the classic Spyro back and Crash Bandicoot back, which hopefully that little reference in Uncharted 4 means something. And it's not like a toss a bone thing. But anyways, that's about it. This is episode 2. I hope you'll enjoy this. I was going to film a movie one, but with much like the music one, I'm going to just watch and listen, and then write down my thoughts and all that, and then I'll shoot it and I'll upload it. So once again, awesome game. Check it out when you can, and if you don't like Spyro, this is my response. Mess with this dragon and feel the burn. Deep. Imagine the gameplay. Cool new moves. Tough challenges and great new vehicles. More than 30 amazing 30 worlds. Pretty cool. So yeah, I once again have to give this a 5 out of 5. I'm biased. Like I said, guys, this is more of a retro game. In later episodes, it'll probably be more of a new school game, or maybe in between game like PS2, GameCube, the first Xbox. Anyways, that's it from me. Have a good night. Check out that game and Super Mario World. And if you have any PlayStation memories and Spyro memories and Crash memories, please post it. Please comment below and tell me. I would love to discuss. Because once upon a time, guys, gaming wasn't always about multiplayer, and I think a lot of people forgot that a game could be fun without it, and that's my opinion. Peace out.